Okay, hello, hello, goodbye, and hello again. This is a marble machine made partly of Legos, partly of marble works. The motor is Lego, and so are the gears, and basically the way this works is the marbles go in here, the mechanism in here takes the marbles down, slides them over, and pushes them up over there. Without further ado, I shall now turn it on. Okay, I'll show you that. Marbles just keep coming out here. That's where they start, down here. Go over. And then under this figure thing, then through here, and then back into here, where I just take scotch tape this little thing right here to guide the marbles where they should go. And all these pieces here are also there to guide the marbles. Okay, that's how it works. It's a piston. And put some flat pieces down here so that it glides smoothly, flat pieces on the top, and this thing here so that it can't go up. It has to go back and forth, and this part and the block itself can never lift up. That way, because otherwise, if this block part could lift up, it might also, sorry, excuse me, this block part, one problem that I had was that sometimes, before I put this stuff here, sometimes this part would come off of the piece down here, and causing all the marbles to spill out. So I restricted its movement right here so that it can only go side to side. This part cannot go up whatsoever, but there's still enough there's flat pieces on the top so that it can still move back and forth. That piece just won't, like, tip up, because if it did, it might jam or it might break apart here, causing all the marbles to fall out. So basically how it works is the piston, there's a big block, this is the back of it, it's that tall, there's a 2x2 block in the middle of it. One of them has a hole. Well, I used one of these pieces that had a hole in it, and then on top of that, I think, well, I know there was at least one 2x2 piece. But to try and demonstrate how it works, I'm gonna have to take these top parts of the tower off. Okay, so I've taken the tower apart and I've moved this thing aside. It's not really attached to it in any way, but I lined it up using this thing so that it's lined up properly. Yes, it makes a horrible squeaking noise. Anyway, oh, one other thing I wanted to point out. You want to do something like this if you're going to build one of these at the top of it, because otherwise the marbles will pretty much go any which way they want. They won't necessarily fall frontwards, or front ways, or whatever you want to say. Anyway, I'll zoom in on this. I'll put in one marble at a time to try and show you how it works. Okay, there was no marble in there. There it goes, and it goes up. Yeah, that's one thing that happens with this type of marble thing, is that if there's no marble in here, when it goes under, the marbles will just drop back down, and that can put a lot of stress on the mechanism and eventually cause it to fail. So that's something you want to try and avoid. So you want to have enough marbles so that when the machine is running, there will be enough to keep feeding the machine, so that it doesn't run empty like that. Because the Legos will just come apart under that kind of, under repeated bumping. So, Okay, so I'm just doing this because of... Okay, so they go down here, and it'll just keep going like this as long as there's marbles to feed it. And as long as they don't fall off. Okay. So, that's essentially the principle of how it works. Okay, I've taken it apart as much as I feel comfortable taking it apart because the actual mechanism, it was a lot of work to get it to run smoothly with that tall of a tower. Because of the weight of all the marbles on it, sometimes it seemed like if it jammed, the path of least resistance, so to speak, would be to push this entire top part up instead of pushing the marbles up the stack. So I had to mess with it. I had to put scotch tape on parts of it, including right all the way down here, that's all tape, and over here, also tape here. As I'm taping this. I'll put the marbles in here so you can look closely at the mechanism. So I'll put one here and I'll turn it. Oh, by the way, I pulled this gear back so the motor's not attached anymore. And I'll turn this, put another one in here. I'll push it up, and there we go, and there it's coming out the top and going the wrong way. So yeah, that's essentially how it works. If you see in here, there's a big 4x4 gear inside here. It's just like this one. Now the trick that I found, the way I found that works best is that it works best if it's when it's in the horizontal position like this and it's pushing the marble up. If it's in the top hole right here, it works best if it's here. So if it's in this hole that my finger's covering right now, it'll work best that way. Yeah, so the rod I put through a 1x2 thing with a hole in it, and that's about it. Yeah. Please comment and rate and all that good stuff. I will be very thankful for that. Goodbye.